Welcome to the WOC Inspire Her series, where we speak to women like you, where they share their stories as to how they achieve success in their career and what keeps them inspired. My name is Jordania Rodrigues, and I will be your host for today. On this episode, I would like to introduce my friend Monica Shaw, who is the director of Triangle Park. Hi, Monica.
Hi, good afternoon, Jordania.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
I'm glad.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for being here today.
And thank you for having me.
So, Monica, we would love to learn from you today, and we would like to know who is Monica Shaw.
Well, Monica Shaw, community activist. I've evolved, from my corporate background to wanting to do more for my community. I'm Afro-Latina, and I'm very proud to be that. And I just want to give back to my community.
Good to hear that, Monica. So, who support you in doing all this? Who support Monica Shaw?
Well, I play dual roles. As you said, I'm the director of the Triangle Park Community Center, located in the Greenville section of Jersey City, Ward A. And I also co-founded my own nonprofit, Deliverance Children's Ministry, where I'm the executive director. In both those roles, I am, like I said, a community leader and activist, and the Episcopal Jersey City has taken me in to do the role of, director at the Triangle Park. My board also supports me, and my family support me in doing the work that I do each day.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I can say I have been to some of your events. We have do community events together, and I see how involved and how passionate you are with the things that you do, and that stand you out and makes the difference on who you are, and a true leader in the community. Which it's a love represent. I love to see that representation from women. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what roadblocks do you face, and how you overcome those?
Um, a lot of times, people don't realize the work that gets put into doing the stuff that I do. It looks pretty on the outside, but it's a lot of work. The food pantry that I host on Saturdays, every third Saturday of the month, I get up at 5:00 in the morning so that I can be down, and out in the community, building the tables, putting the food out there. Then it's not just putting the food out there. Once it's finished, I want to make sure that I leave the space the way I found it. So it is also cleaning up. So it's a lot of work, a lot of grunt work that goes about doing the stuff that I do. When I do family events, you have to plan. You got to do the logistics, get volunteers, which is sometimes very difficult to do. So all of those things behind the scenes, it makes it look easy when you have happy families. But the behind the scenes work is, it's rewarding at the end for me, but a lot of work.
So, how do you overcome those?
Well, it's a challenge. Just have a great network of people around me. And I'm also proud to be able to say that you're part of that network of people. And the WOC, the Women of Commerce, have become that network of people. And I'm so happy that I made that decision to become a part of it, because it has strengthened me. I find strength in the women that have done the same thing, that are doing the same thing that I'm doing. And just being in the same room, in the same space, gives me, motivation to keep on, really.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, between running around, getting up at 5:00 in the morning, making family happy, how do you find that life balance?
I have actually, in 2022, I've decided to give myself some nurturing. So, making sure that I stick to my doctor visits, making sure that I'm okay. And also give myself a spa day. So I've started instituting a spa day, and I'm going to soon be joining the gym. I think those things I need in order for me to stay healthy so I can continue to do the work.
Definitely. within that life balance, do you provide any time to your family? I know that you're very family oriented and love to spend time with family and so forth. So when do you give time to your family?
Well, 24/7, I even in a long day, I always stop. My girls are in high school, and so they take a lot of time. They're athletic, females, and so I make sure that they get dropped off. So it's on a daily basis. I'm at attention with them. So I don't think I just finished celebrating a sweet 16 party, and that was,
Congratulations.
yes, and that was really really special for my daughter. So I make sure that I always carve out time, for my family, and hopefully I'll be able to take a vacation without interruption this time around. Because usually for the past 5 years, every vacation I am still doing work. So this year, I'm committed to being able to take vacation without any interruptions. Those commitments are really important to myself and to my family.
Definitely. As you mentioned before, in order for you to keep providing all those services and time that you provide to the community, you have to stay healthy. You have to stay motivated. So I think that'll be awesome. What keeps you inspired?
Seeing the faces of the families that I touch, there are so many things that are so dear to me, right? The reason why I got into this work and co-founded was I see that there's a lot of fractured families. So how can I impact those fractured families? So when I see the smiles in the faces of those children that I touch and the mothers that I inspire themselves, to want to, do better and give them the resources that they need so that they can do for their families. That to me brings joy. Finding partnerships to continue doing the work. I realize that as a small nonprofit, you can't do it alone. So making sure that you build your strength, your partnerships, that's really, really essential in the continued success of the work that I do.
Great. Thank you so much. So, what takeaways do you have for our audience today? So, for someone that started just like you many years ago, so go back to when you started. What takeaways can you give to our audience that are probably looking to do the same thing that you do? How can they do it? What takeaways can you give to them?
Yes. One of the things that I can say is don't be afraid. If you have a thought about something, be courageous because there was a reason why you got that thought in the first place. Number two, don't be afraid to talk to people and expand, and ask for help. Don't be so proudful, because, in that asking, you never know, that could be the best partnership you've ever encountered.
I agree, 100%. So, anything else you would like to add to our audience? Anything else you would like to say?
I say be brave, be bold. As a woman, I sometimes meet the way I was raised in the Spanish household, to be respectful, be proper. But you know what? Be respectful and be proper doesn't mean that you cannot be bold and courageous. And so that we can continue to do the work that we're doing and sustaining our families.
Well, thank you so much for being our guest for today and for sharing your story. I'm pretty sure a lot of females will be inspired by listening to your story, just like I get inspired every time I see you doing the things that you do, when I see you involved in the community. I've been a witness of seeing you early in the morning, late at night, doing different events that you host for the community that you serve. And I see how much your community love you. So thank you so much for taking the time for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. So please follow us on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, through the Hudson County Chamber of Commerce for the WOC. And please follow on our in-person events that are hosted every single month. Also, look for our mentor-mentee program where we're looking to be your mentor. So please follow us and looking forward for the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.